and welcome back to the review. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 sales I made on eBay so far today on the 23rd. I sold 2 sales, or 2 items within 15 minutes of each other. And I sold 1 item this afternoon, and I sold 1 thing this evening. So I'm going to share with you the 4 things I sold. So here we go. I sold actually a wide variety of items. So a good mix of sales, This was from a local auction house pickup. This I picked up over a year ago at my local auction house in a big book lot. And the first book I sold, I was in the profit after fees and shipping and my cost of goods in the whole lot. I was in the profit on that book. I still made a profit after fees, shipping, charging back for shipping, and the fees taken out, and like the cost of goods in the whole lot. I still cleared a profit on that book. And this was the last book from that book lot. I picked this like the beginning of September, and this sold like a year and 2.5 months later for $1.49 plus shipping. This is a Kinmar Microwave Cooking Rub-On Cookbook by Sears, 1979. And the person who bought this same, had no feedback when they bought this. So they made an eBay account just to buy the same for me, which is pretty awesome. I'm glad, they made an account just to buy the same. I'm happy because I'm glad that I sold this. I don't have to see this anymore, so that's awesome. I made about 40 cents after fees and shipping. I'm just glad to see it go. I'd take anything on that just to get it to go. Now, this is a good flip. This is from my Shop Goodwill activity tracker slot. It was just claimed to be Fitbits, but there was a few other activity trackers and smartwatches in there. This is a Garmin Forerunner 10 GPS Sport Running Watch with charger, women's pink. This sold for $19.99 plus shipping, and after fees and shipping, I made about an $18 profit, which is not too shabby, I did charge up a little bit because I didn't know how much my shipping cost was going to be with the bubble wrap and stuff in there, and the bubble mailer, but they make a little bit more on the shipping than I could have. But then if I would have just informed, if I would have weighed it, but it doesn't matter, I made a little bit more money, so I'm glad, I'm cool with that. And I'm still not in the profit on the activity trackers from Shop Goodwill, but I am about now closer to $32 in negative because I did pay $96.30 for all activity trackers. This is a sale I made this afternoon. This is an OEM used Briggs & Stratton dipstick oil fill tube, 692047, 499621. This sold for $6.99, free shipping. This is not off the Snapper, just off the Murray. I had one of these off the Snapper, but it was B. It was a different type, one with a different color cover on the dipstick. It was yellow instead of black. But the tube was black. The dipstick goes into, and that's for $6.99 free shipping. I'm gonna make about a $2 profit on this, depending on where it's going. But it's going to Montana, so let's say about a $2 profit. So not much money there, but it is something, And then I sold my first beer stein from the beer stein lot. So I picked this up at not my local auction house that I normally source from. This is from an auction house about 30 miles away from me. About a half-hour drive to get to that auction house. This is a Coors. That's the one that's on Hybid.com one. The other one I use is not a Hybid one. It's just their own. They have their own website they don't use Hybid. This is but they're pretty late to the online selling game. The person who owns the company is like really old, and he's old school. So he's not converting to the online auction method till really late, and they're kind of paying for it, you know, you know, in making more money, but they don't care, But anyways, this is the one I bought. These from, they use highbid.com. Their website's really easy to use, highbid is, and you can find stuff really easy on their auctions, and buyers, sometimes you do get good deals, even at like on a highbid auction, but like I did on these, but there's other times where sometimes the price gets driven up because it's easy to maneuver website, and some of these lower websites, if you scroll through, you might miss the item, on a website, on the not on the high bid website, auction house website. I've done that before, and I scroll through something, wait, I didn't see that, So now I'm really careful when I scroll through things on that website. But anyways, this is a Coors beer mug Stein, Seasons of the Heart by George Kovach, 1997. This sold for $5.99 plus shipping. I think there's one sold comp that sold for $5.99 plus shipping, and that's what I listed at, and it sold. So this is going to go into a regional rate A box, and after fees in shipping, I'm going to be making about a $6 profit on this. Not a lot of profit, but it charges by your priority shipping regional rate box A, and it's all fine and dandy, So yeah, in the shipping fee will cover the fees, my cost of shipping, which will cover it covers the fees and shipping, on the $5.99, and on the shipping price, which they paid, was like 12 something, so which is awesome, and I still come out about $6, like my listing price, which is awesome. So $6 profit on that, $2 profit on the dipstick, and then $18 profit about on the watch, about a 40-cent profit. So I have some items that took a little bit to flip, and like a really long time to flip, and then you have items that most of the items didn't take long to flip. Like that book took about a year and 2.5 months, about 14.5 months. The watch took about like 3-4 days to flip. Last it's Saturday and it's Tuesday, so I'd say about 4 days, about 3 to 4 days. This dipstick took about couple weeks to flip, but it's not, it's not lumber season across the United States. So, so I'm cool with that. Take about a couple months or a couple weeks, like 2-3 weeks to flip. But then this one's pretty common. There's a bunch listed that, and then the Seasons of the Heart mug, this mug thing, took about 3 weeks to flip, pretty close to 3 weeks to flip. So it's not too shabby. I did pick this up a minute ago. The actual was for with after fees, after the buyer's premium fee and like tax and everything. I think I was into that for about, I would say like 14 something. So, so 14 something. So I'm still about $8 in negative, but some of these beer steins, take a little longer to flip. Some are pretty quick flips, and these were not like the Budweiser mugs. These are like old style, one Coors, but but it's still pretty. Seasons of Hearts Coors. Some of these were actually, I think the one sold cup was for $5.99 that I looked at. I seen, yeah. See? $5.99 plus shipping. And the one sold cup I seen was $6 plus shipping. I mean, there's one beer thing. I don't know how they got $24.99 for both of them. Maybe the other beer stein is worth a lot more, so then this one, they want both, But yeah, so I don't know how that one charged $5 shipping, but this one charged them probably was pretty close by. Yeah, probably sure I got flat $8 shipping. But that one, I don't know how they made anything on that one. Yeah, so see $5.99 plus shipping. Charge like the other two soul cups, and I seen, and I did it, and it sold. So yeah, so I make about $8. I'm just like $8 in like negative on that lot, which isn't. But you know what? It's gonna be a slow and steady profit turn, but I'm gonna make somewhat. But I still will make a profit. So on that stuff. So it's awesome, you know. And then I got a couple more feedbacks. Neurolodge 9 said, rate seller A plus 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 for the Briglinson blower housing 4932943 request, right? This person liked it. They got to fit on their on their engine, and I got delivered 8 days, like 8.5 days ago. So it's awesome. So, talk soon. Take care, everyone.